Good morning, this is Dr. TF and we are here with another video on Golang, Google's Golang compiled programming language. And in this video we are going to see something on string operations that are there in Golang program. Okay, so we are going to see some 15 and odd statements, that is functions upon strings. Okay, there could be normally something like 25 to 30 string functions, but I'll just highlight 15 major or significant ones in this video. Okay, so without further ado, let us start. So I've already made a small program that contains a ready to import string operations here. Okay, so I have saved it already with string.go within the bin file. Okay, sorry, within the bin folder I mean. So if you can see the structure of this program, it's pretty much similar. The first statement the same. We need to kind of import we need to kind of put the package main here to start the program. That is the first statement usually, and this preprocessor import is a bit different from the before program. Different in the way, like before we used to just import the FMT alone, okay, the format alone. Here, since we are doing string operations, we are importing one more preprocessor called as strings within double quotes. Okay, strings with an S. Okay, so whenever we need to import more than one preprocessor here in this particular language, you make use of the circular bracket. Okay, you can open and close the circle bracket after this import statement, and between that you can add number of preprocessors like this. Here in this program I have added two, FMT for basic input output and strings for the strings operations here. Okay, so next is the function main. It starts with the keyword func with the main keyword, and then you'll have the statement where you need to where we'll try to put one-to-one functions here. Okay, don't look at the statement for now. Let me go ahead with one after the other all these string functions, and then I'll come to this. Okay, so I've made a small document which I've copied from the internet, so I didn't use my own words here, but anyway I have to tell the same thing, so I just copied and paste. So before there is any kind of copyright issues or something like that, let me confess myself on this particular thing. Okay, the first function that you are going to see here is compare function. So it's going to take two strings, as you can see right there on the document before you on screen. It's gonna take two strings, so it's going to give three values to you. Okay, if the strings are equal, it's going to give you 0. If the strings are different, it's going to either give you -1 or +1. Okay, I given greater than 0 or less than 0 here, which is copied from the internet. That's actually greater means +1 and less means -1. Okay, it's going to give three values. So when can we say a string is greater or lesser? Is when the dictionary value or dictionary order is before, you say it's -1. When the dictionary order is behind, then you say it's a +1. Okay, so just we'll go ahead with the compare function here, and let me highlight here, every function should have a first capital letter here. So it's going to be C caps OMPARE in lowercase. Okay, so let's take two strings here. Okay, we'll just take our own country India as a string, and string 2 be again India. So these strings are equal, so let's see what value it returns. Okay, so this is the statement. For your information, I have already set the path before, the bin I have set here. Okay, so I'm ready to go now. So I'm executing here. Let's see what I get. So since the two strings are equal, it is supposed to return as 0 now. Yes, it's returning. I'm just taking it. Let me consider this one as Pakistan. Just another string. Okay, I'm just saving it. Now they are different, and I'm running it. So as I run, you have to remember, like, just look for the dictionary order of I and P. Okay, so which string comes first. Forget about the countries. Which string comes first upon a dictionary in an English language, I or P? It's going to be I, so it's returning the value of 1. Okay, just consider yourself. I'm just putting here Zaire. Okay, some kind of string here. Again, a name of a place. So Z comes at the last. Okay, dictionary order Pakistan comes first, so it has to return a value of. We have known it, but the compiler is still thinking. So it's giving you +1. Okay, so that's about the string compare function. Okay, it's going to give 3 set of values: 0, +1, -1. Okay, the next function we'll go ahead to is contains function. Okay, so what it's going to do, it's going to return a boolean value. Boolean means yes or no, true or false. To be exact, this particular language is going to return you true or false. Okay, so it's going to search for a text or a series of characters within the string. If it's found, it's going to return true. If not so, it's going to return false. Okay, so let's again get here and let's put contain with an S. Okay, we'll just put contains here and let's put 2 strings here, maybe India and Indonesia. Okay, let's put like this, save it. I'll clear the screen, the basic clear screen for DOS prompt, and see what's happening here. So here we have to make sure that if the string is containing that one. Now let me highlight it here. We don't have an I or A here together. We do have at the final, we do not have it together, so it's returning us false. Okay, fine. Just say for example, now let's take an input like this. Okay, this again is taken in double quotes, so let's see what this one brings. First string is going to take values of 1, 2, 3, 4, and the second string is taking up the values of 2 and 3. Okay, so let's see how this one reacts to it, if it gives true or false. Since 2, 3 is contained in both of these strings, it's going to return true. Okay, that could possibly be 2 values of contains. Next is going to be contains any. Okay, again it's going to give that comparison of 2. Okay, but how it is different from kind of contains is it is going to give comparison, but it can try to compare it is going to be in any any kind of case it is. Okay, so for example, let's put this one, you'll get a better idea. The same thing. Now we have put contains any with C and A to be capital. Okay, now I just want to highlight here is we have put again the 2 strings which we have put it for contains, but now it's returning true to you. It's not returning false because the IA is present at least in that particular second string, but not together. So that is one highlight difference which I can tell you with respect to contains and contains any. Okay, so we'll go ahead with the next function. Hopefully I'm not fast, I guess. So next is going to be equal fold function. Okay, E and F has to be capital. That is the very reason I give it in bold red letters. Okay, it is going to check the equality between 2 strings, nothing more than that. Okay, you're going to give 2 strings here and you're going to check if they are equal or not. Equal fold. Let's just put India and let us, for a change, just put India in caps. Let's see what comes here. So now the first thing is in a title case and second string is in total capital. Let's see what the comparison does here. It's comparing and it's saying it's true. Okay, now let's just put, first is INDIA and second is going to be IN, that's all, D. So let's see now if they both are equal. Of course they are containing, but are they equal? No, they are not equal because the IA is missing in second string. So that is about equal fold, which checks the equality of two strings. Okay, the next thing is going to be has prefix. Okay, it's just checking if a particular string is beginning with that one. Okay, if it is true, it's returning true, otherwise it's just returning false, nothing more than that. So again we can put the same thing, India and IND, because has prefix. You just remember that the same syntax, similar syntax will be there for many of the string functions that I am discussing in this video. Formatting the output statement, and within that you have strings. This because you are having that preprocessor here, which you need to predecise with the dot operator here in this language, followed by the function name. Okay, so has prefix, just checking that India is having a prefix of IND. Okay, we'll clear the screen once. Okay, then we'll go ahead. It will return either true or a false for a particular pair of strings. Okay, it's returning false. Why? Let's just try it with small letters. If you are just trying it with small letters, let's see how it comes out. Yeah, it's returning true. Now this one takes care of the case sensitivity. Okay, has prefix will check a prefix for a particular function or a particular pair of strings with sensitizing the case with the case as well. Okay, so again is has suffix. There is something called as has suffix function. H and S has to be capital, the first letter of each words. Okay, of each sentence has to be. Now we'll just check if this one is coming right. Okay, that is IA is a suffix of India, it has to give the true value now. Okay, all these function has same syntaxes except for what comes after the dot operator. So that is the very reason I'm just hurrying up with the things that I'm doing it. Okay, so has prefix and has suffix is simple. Next is we have index. For index we do have a first index and last index. Okay, it is just going to search a particular text within a string, nothing more than that. So you can just put it here, index. Make sure for every function that I'm putting here, I'm just trying to put case sensitivity. I'm trying to put the right case for a particular characters in this particular pair of strings. Okay, so that's what I'm doing here. So what happens here? We are getting a value of 3 here. Actually the 3 is going to give because it misses 3 letters here. Okay, so that is the very thing what index is doing here. Okay, it works for matching a specific text in a string, and if found it returns the specific position starting with 0. If not found, it returns with 1. Okay, so that translates to it is giving this string is present after the third index. Okay, 1 2 3 and it's present after the third index. Okay, so next we have, so here we have, apart from the index, we have a first index and last index, which you can try it to yourself. Okay, and next we'll go ahead with a lot of functions here within this. I'm just trying to rush up with the things. Okay, so title is another string function which converts your string here to title case. That's all. Let me just put this string here, series of characters here, a string. You are watching Tech Freak channel, so this will be converted to title case. Title case translates to, you're going to convert everything into a title case word. That is, the first letter is going to be capital followed by all small letters, right? You are watching Tech Freak channel. You can even convert this to uppercase. For that, you can use this particular syntax, to upper. T and U must be capital. Okay, so it's to upper means you're going to convert the whole function or the whole string to uppercase. Let's see it. Watch closely. So you are having to uppercase. Okay. Next, this one is already in lowercase. You can use to lower function to convert an uppercase or a title case string to lowercase. Okay, you can use to lower. This works to convert to lower case function. Okay, so to uppercase there is one more function. To upper sometimes can be written as to title. Both serves the same purpose. I repeat, to upper and to title serves for the same purpose. It will convert any string put within the double quotes to uppercase or to capital letters. Okay, and final string function that we'll see today is trim function. For trim as well, we have trim right and trim left. But before that, let us see what this trim function actually does. So trim function is going to take some kind of values. Just say, for example, it's going to take some values like this: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 0, some random value, and second argument is going to take something like this. So what actually it is, the trim function is going to take two arguments. Okay, both separated by commas and within double quotes. It takes the second string here, that is a 0 here, and it tries to trim or cut the second string from the first string. So what output it gives is, it gives 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, enough of chit chat. I think I'll just show you what happens here. Okay, so trim is going to happen by trimming 0. When you don't give left or right, it's going to do for both sides. Okay, so as you can see, it's been trimmed on both sides. We can kind of extend this particular function either to right and or to the left. Okay, when we just put trim right, this is what happens. It is going to just trim the 0, that is a string that is found in the second, only for the right side and not for the left side. Okay, so watch this. So as I told you, left 0 has been maintained, but the right has been trimmed. Okay, now we can always try it for the left side as well. So let's save it. So you can see it here. The left side 0 has been concatenated, or is been trimmed. Okay. So talking about concatenate, that is, there is another function here which is called as a join function. Okay. So as I told you, there are a lot of functions. So I'm just not trying to take everything, because of I'm just going to put it maybe in the next set series of course or something. And the join is going to be just the same. It is going to take it is going to take an input of a string, and with the join keyword starting with the capital letter of J, and it is going to join number of functions. That's all, number of strings, nothing more than that. Simple as like concatenate for the other programming language. Okay, so that's all about this string functions. There are, as I told you, many functions available under this preprocessed strings, which you can try to see it in the comment section. I'll try to put it in maybe in the description section. Everything else you can see it and you can learn it. That's it for now for this video. Feel free to suggest, comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed this channel. Let me know what you think. See you, stay safe, happy hearts to you, and tata, bye.